Hey guys, what it is your girl Cadillac. Yes, I am Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Draw My Life prison wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping to see justice before all fades to black. Yeah, it's your girl Cadillac. Anyways, coming through. I hope this wind is not bothering you guys. But as soon as I stepped out, the wind started blowing, so I know it makes a noise within my camera. Anyway, so I am coming through because this is a prison wife channel, right? And slowly but surely I've kind of gotten away from prison wife topics. I guess one, because nobody wants to hear that ish. My prison wives go to other prison wife channels for their prison wife content and stuff like that. So, but I said, you know what? That is an aspect of my life. It's a huge, humongous aspect of my life. So if I am vlogging my life, it's inevitable that I vlog about prison wife life as well. Okay, so first I want to say I believe being in a prison relationship is ultra hard. It's going to be harder than being in a relationship on the streets. And the reason being is because the person is not right there with you. So a lot of the things that could keep a relationship together, if you're face to face, you live in the same household, under the same roof, you're seeing everyone, you're seeing this person every day. Those things that hold your relationship together, we don't have that. We don't have that because we're not seeing our loved ones every day. I don't think no prison relationship sees their, husband or significant other every single day. And for most, not even often. And for me, never. I may never see him again. Honestly, like not even joking, I may never see him again. Because my visitation rights have been revoked and he has a super long time to go in prison. He has about 16 more years to go. So that means our contact, most likely, if we lived in a just world where people did by rules that were set out and set forward, I could have a fighting shot at ever seeing him again. But because we live in a society where things are done undercover and underhandedly and by like alliance type things, they just aren't giving my visits back. And it's not even really a real reason. It's just because they don't have to, right? And for me, I really don't even feel safe, going into it. That's like if I had access, say we were allowed to go in one another's houses and I had access to go into your house and you had access to go into mine, but if you made it quite clear that you don't want me here, just like there are some neighborhoods like that where you do have the right to go into the neighborhood, but it's not the best choice, right? So I feel like if they were to ever give my visits back, they would make it a living hell. Like I would be scared to even enter into their world again. So most likely, if this story of Marcello being wrongfully convicted is never broken, I will not see him again, unless we're both alive to see 16 years from now and we're both on the outside. All right, so that's how it is. So it is very hard. So me and Marcello already have the aspect of not seeing one another. Then the other aspect is phone calls. That's really your only other option. Over these years, a lot of our relationship earlier was through letters. But letter writing has become almost obsolete in a prison wife's life now, especially because of the way that DLC is setting things up, where they want to discourage letter writing. you don't, that your loved one don't even get the letter anymore. They have to scan it and it's uploaded to their tablet. You send it to a whole different address. Once they read it and scrutinize it, then they put it on a scan. They copy scan it and they'll be able to look at it on their tablet whenever the tablet ain't on the freaking charger. Because if you talk to Marcello, half the time the tablet's on the charger and they don't have it in front of them. So it's not a lot of writing. So your only communications most time with your loved one that's incarcerated are going to be through visitation, or they're going to be through phone calls, which phone calls are very expensive. Very expensive. They're very much overpriced. It goes by your distance, how far you are from your loved one's facility. That is how much you're going to pay. So for me, for about a 30-minute call, it is about $5. So the only access that we have to one another is me paying, let me do the math. Let's see, most days he calls about twice a day, so that's $10. 7 days a week, that's about $70, at least $70. Sometimes he calls more, some days, you know, he calls less because he can't get through or whatever. So about $70 a week, $140 every 2 weeks, and God dog it, $280 a month to speak to Marcello on the phone. So that's a good bill right there. That's almost car insurance. That's a lot of money, and not realizing it because I'm breaking it down to the daily amount of how much I'm paying to just stay in communication with Marcello, right? So it's very hard. It causes a lot of tension because, I don't know, it's just so many different reasons that I guess I won't go into in this video, but it causes a lot of tension. And the thing is that Marcello, and possibly your loved one if you're a prison wife, calls at any random time. I would love for him to be able to call me at a scheduled time, because it's so much easier, because we used to do this back in the day. Call me at 6 o'clock. I would make sure that I'm at home, because back then you couldn't really even talk to your loved one on a cell phone. You weren't allowed to connect your like a lot of people did call forwarding. Like you had your landline, and then you have your landline connected to a cell phone so that you don't have to be in place at home to receive that call from your loved one. Well, that has went out the window as well. They no longer, you can even connect it to your cell phone. Matter of fact, they can call any number now. It used to be where they would, if they found out that was happening, they would quickly cut your call off. I forgot what they called that. Oh, I can't remember the name of that company. But they would be the ones, I think it was Securus, that used to come and hook up the phone numbers that they allow you to call, or this and that. So they would quickly like disconnect your phone number to where you wouldn't be able to, you know, make contact with your loved one because of that reason, right? So now you can talk to him on a cell phone. And it was more so then, like when he said, okay, I'm gonna call at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, I'm gonna be home. I'm gonna do what I need to do. I'll plan whatever I need to plan. 6 o'clock, I'm gonna be home. I'm gonna talk to him for about, back then it was 15 minutes. If he was able to call back to back, they cut that out too. It used to be where you could hang up and call right back. They stopped that. They put a time limit. Now you can only, you have to be off the phone for at least 30 minutes to be able to call back again. I guess because there's so many freaking darn people incarcerated that everybody has to have a chance to be able to talk to their loved one. So they actually put that time limit in between. Okay, so now I'm on the go. I'm always going. I work, I do this, I do that. I'm doing my YouTube thing. I do a lot with the kids. I'm always doing something. So I'm not in the house like that all the time. And Marcello doesn't say, hey, I'm going to call you at 6. I'm going to call you at 6:30, or I'm going to call you at 7. He says, I don't know when I can call you. I have to stand in line. And whenever my time comes up, it's not actually really even a line. They call, oh, I got first. Oh, I got next after you. Oh, I got next after that next. And then next after that, next after that, next. And if anybody jumped the line, you know, it's a whole issue about that. So the thing is that he's in like a virtual line, basically a virtual queue that they created, right? So he doesn't actually know when he can call, which that's fine and dandy. But the thing is, because you don't know when you can call, and because you call me at any random time, and I'm doing any random thing, this is where the issue comes in. I already stop everything I'm doing. If I'm driving, I would literally just pull over and sit in my car and talk for those 30 minutes. If I'm doing something or about to go somewhere, I will hold off until I get off the phone. If I'm in the store, I'll even go back to the car and just wait, because I know it doesn't really work well when you're trying to shop or you're trying to do this and do that and talk on the phone. That doesn't work well. So I'll literally like try to just take this time, talk, and then go ahead and get back to whatever I was doing. People looking at me crazy, like nobody does videos today. Gosh. But I literally would, you know, talk to him and then get back to what I'm doing. So already I'm altering my schedule to speak to you, right? Okay, so that's my thought pattern, right, of the situation. His thought pattern is that, hey, I've been waiting to talk to you all day. I only have 30 minutes. I'm literally, out of the whole 24 hours you have today, I'm only speaking to you for 30 minutes. And if he calls twice, for an hour. So it's only 1 hour out of a whole 24 hours that you have in your day. So it's really nothing. So he's expecting that for that hour, or, you know, those 30-minute blocks, that nothing else happens. We're just talking. That would be nice. That would be so truly nice if we lived maybe how we lived 2 decades ago, or a decade ago. 2 decades ago when I started this prison life journey, but a decade ago, you know. This day, it doesn't work like that. I can't. A lot of times when he calls, I'm out, like we were at the pool. I can't not watch the kids at the pool to focus on what you're saying. That's dangerous. The kids are playing in a pool of water. I can't lose my focus and, you know, listen to everything in-depthly that you're saying, because the most important thing at hand is trying to make sure the kids are okay. Or when I'm driving in the car and he calls and I have to put the phone call on speaker for the whole freaking car to hear our conversation, which one is embarrassing at times. But 2 is you really can't talk about what you want to, because you have little ears around, you know what I'm saying? And also, the little ears need your attention. They're calling you, Kita, this and that. Phone calls are happening. People in the background are talking to me. Oh, could you do this real quick? Could you do that real quick? And it's seeming like he's not really understanding of those constant interruptions. It's not that I'm not trying to give you the attention that 30 minutes that, let me turn the other way because this sun is really baking me. He turned this way. and I gotta hurry up because money is about ready to meet up. I just wanted to show that it's not, no baby, because people think I live in a la la land where he's locked up. How good could he be? Why your crazy self waiting this long for him? Can't you find someone that's free, that blah blah? It ain't even really about that. If I wanted somebody free, baby, I would have found them decades ago. I actually used to date. There was bull crap out here. He's actually my soulmate. He's the one. He's just not physically available. You know what I mean? But if I was looking for those instances like sexual gratification, like a man with money, if I was looking for any of those things, would I be sitting here waiting on Marcello? I could have found any man that I wanted to, and your girl was bad back in the day. See, I'm a grandmama now, but your girl was bad. I could have had who I wanted to have, you know what I'm saying? But that wouldn't have made that person my soulmate. Marcello is my soulmate. But I just wanted to show that I'm not in la la land. This relationship has its challenges. Very challenging. More challenging than a relationship would be when you're free. You're both free. And it does have where I don't believe everything that he walks on clouds and everything he does is right. No, he aggravates me a lot of times. A lot of times he does aggravate me like normal. And I probably aggravate the heck out of him. But it's, just reflecting real, true life. And, we can't just always throw everything that has to do with us to the side to always appease to what he needs or wants. We are living in two different worlds. He is locked up. I am not locked up. I am free. Well, I got a theory about that. We ain't all really free like we think we is. But I'm free, like naturally free, right? So I can't be always engulfed in his world, and he can't understand my world, because my world he left 20 years ago. So my world is not the same world now. You know what I mean? So we live in two different worlds, two different almost universes, it seems like, right? But yeah, that's just he doesn't get that. It's not that I'm not trying to give him 30 minutes out of my day. Is that I can't stop life for you. I would love to, if I could say, hold on, everything stop, work stop, traffic stop, kids stop, everything stop, so I could talk to my mans. I would, but baby, I can't do that, right? I don't have the power to do that. Anyways, let me make my way back around to the other side of the track and get on up out of here. Maybe we could talk about something else while I'm walking back. Hold on. Well, I don't really have a topic, but I'll just talk. I don't know, talk just for talking's sake. Anyways, I am off today. I love being off from work. I feel like work is very consuming of one's time, of one's energy, of one's mental state, of one's everything. Work to live, live to work. Y'all know I released that song a little bit earlier this week. I work to live and I live to work. Hustle hard until it hurts. Work my fingers down to the bone. And once I pay my bills, it ain't nothing to come home with. Once I pay my bills, it ain't nothing to come home with. Once I pay my bills, it ain't nothing to come home with. Yeah, it's your girl, Cadillac. But that's the truth. We work all freaking week. And I work hard. I'm actually an injured worker, But I can't afford to not work because I'm, I need somebody. I have bills. What can I do? So I have to bring home some type of income, right? So I'm an injured worker that goes out there injured and hurting, getting through a work week. Back hurting from standing so long, from lifting, from carpal tunnel, your hands swollen, you wake up, can't feel your hands, take hours sometimes to even feel the blood come back into your hands to where I can hold these keys. Girl, usually I can't hold the keys. I'm dropping the keys because I don't have enough blood flow going through my hands. I'm spending all my good time. Like I said, we got 24 hours a day, right? I'm spending at least 8 hours. No, it's more than that, because you got to get up, get ready for work. You got to get through traffic. So let's put another hour and a half onto that 8 hours. So that's 9.5 hours. You don't get off of work and just snap your fingers and you're home. You have to commute back through traffic sometimes, or, so let's put another hour for your way out of, going home, because I do work at a theme park. So I don't just snap my fingers and I'm to my car. I got to walk through that theme park, get my butt back to the car, then go through traffic. So for a good part of that day, then you got to sleep, right? So we should get about 8 hours of sleep. Some people say 6, right? But okay, so let's say 6. We'll put, what did we add up to, about 11 hours with the work part, and then with sleeping, that's about 18 hours, right? 17 to 18 hours of your day out of 24 hours. So that leaves, come on, maybe about 6 to 7 hours of your free time, right? But that's not 6 hours straight. That's maybe a block in the morning, a block in the evening, right? And then you can't stay up too late, because you got to recycle and do this whole thing over again, right? So most of your day is consumed by working. Then you only have about 2 days off from work. Some people are opting in to go do overtime and stuff. So you may have 1 hour a day, right? So, a week, I'm sorry. So out of those 2 days, everything else in life that you didn't get to do because of being engulfed in work throughout the work week, you have to do in those 2 days. Number one, for me, I don't have the attention span. I think I have a short attention span. I actually think I have signs of ADHD. I cannot pay attention to one thing too long. At a certain point, I become non-productive. So I have to change tasks and go do something else. And then I become productive, and then at a certain hour or length of time of doing that one task, then I become unproductive in that. So that's why I kind of skip around doing things, so that my mind, it tricks your mind into not getting bored with what you're doing, right? So you trick yourself into actually making progress. But instead of working on one task to completion, you're working on several tasks, moving each one a little bit ahead. So in 2 days, you're having to do everything. So for me, my 2 days are family. Family is going to come first. Oh, I'm off. I want to spend time with my family. I haven't seen my family all week because I've been running to work. I've been rushing from work. The kids going to school, so I don't see them. Money has an alternate work schedule than me. She doesn't work the same, work schedule that I work. Me and Money spend a lot of time together, like a lot. Over all this time being a single mother, Money has been the only thing that has made this whole thing worth it. And me and Money, though she thinks, differently, that is my baby. And she has the biggest, most specialist part of my heart. Now I have a grandchild. I'm an auntie. I love being an auntie. I love my little nephews. I have my sister. Love hanging with my sister. I love my sister's disabled. I love whenever I can take her out and do something with her. Because I hate seeing, just because you're disabled, you have to sit in the house. You have to be, what kind of life is that where you're never looking forward to anything? You're not doing anything. So anytime I can take my sister somewhere, I want to take her out. So first is going to come family on those 2 days off. So yesterday I basically spent the whole day with the family. And then I got down to today and I'm like, dang, so this is where the cloud comes in. It's Monday. Monday already has its whole cloud because it's a new work week. You just got off of a work week. And for me, I work in the evenings where I work Saturday night. That turns into Sunday morning. So being out late, on Saturday night makes me get up later on Sunday morning. Then once I do get up, I went on and got up and went with my aunt to have breakfast. But I had only slept for like 3 hours because I literally just went to sleep, fell asleep on my sister's floor watching Medea's Christmas, and said I was going to upload some videos and work on my YouTube channel, but yet I was going to bed. I was going to bed by 3 a.m. because I had just got off at 1 something, got home. It was 1 something. So within an hour of working, I was already, falling out. So I got back up about 3 hours later. We had breakfast. We got back from breakfast. Juju wanted to go to the farmer's market, which that particular one only comes around on Sunday evenings, I'm sorry. And I know that if we miss it, we have to wait till next Sunday. And with kids, when kids are involved, they kind of get tired of you saying, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it next week. We'll do it this time. I didn't get to do it now. We'll do it this time. Like, I put stuff off to the next day, round it to the next day, and it never gets taken care of. It's a problem that never gets taken care of. Oh, I love that, rounded. Yes. So I don't like to keep putting it off and stuff like that. So I came home, got me a little nap. Juju said he'll wait till I wake up, and he did. He was preoccupying himself, watching Proud Family and playing with his little cars and his plants and stuff. And finally I woke up and I was like, dang, if I don't get up now, because I snooze, the farmer's market is gonna close. So I get up, we get down to the farmer's market. It's downtown Orlando, so the parking situation down there is not always the easiest to find a park because everybody is going out for recreation down there, as y'all can see from the video I released yesterday. A lot of people are out there hanging out and stuff. So I found a park. We get over there, Juju gets his plants, and this is what makes it all worth it. He smiles. He is so excited and happy to bring his newest plant home. Yes, those are his babies. And it makes me smile when I can make other people smile, or when I can, spend time with other people and make them happy. I myself am not the happiest I would like to be, right? But I find joy in helping other people find joy, which is crazy. Yeah, but that's how it goes. So yesterday was about family. Tonight, me and Money's going out. So Money worked yesterday, so she couldn't hang out with us. So she's gonna get off earlier today so she can hang out. So that meant really everything that I needed to catch up on had to be done this morning. I once again woke up pretty late. I attempted to clean up my car, all that stuff. When you ride with kids, you be riding dirty when you be riding with kids, because they be having some stuff. It's like, if you ever get in your back seat, you be like, what the heck is it? What is this? What is this? Like, then do not reach into the seat. You ain't no telling what's going to be up in that seat. So I attempted to, clean out my car, my room a little time, get, out of whack, because all week ripping and running, I'm just looking for my uniform, tearing stuff out. Can't find this. Oh, I gotta hurry up and find this so I can go. And the room gets disarray, so I had to put my room back together. I had to get my car back together. It's just a lot of things that pile up on you. I had to do laundry today. Because your clothes, you get down to the bare where you don't have nothing. Those things that you never wear, that's what you're wearing, and you have nothing left. So yeah, it's crazy. But I truly desire to not live in this rat race like this. I mean, other people seem like they're okay with it, which confuses me. I don't understand how someone could be so okay with working a big, huge majority of their life, right? And never really getting to spend their life doing what they were put on this earth for, right? Unless your work and your purpose collide. Hence why I'm trying to do YouTube, graphic design, art. I'm an artist. If I could make my work and my purpose collide, then I wouldn't be, so irritated with the 9 to 5 hustle, because it would be the reason that you're here. So you're serving your purpose and you're getting paid for it, and in turn you're paying your bills. And then in the time you have after that, you can spend, with your family, which that's how life is supposed to be. But it seems like us in this life, somehow we've made life go like in reverse. It's like an endless day of opposite day. The things that we're supposed to be doing, we're not doing. The things we're not supposed to do, we're doing. The things that the way things should be, they're not. The way things shouldn't be, they're that way. Like, it's crazy. And we're so far away from the way things were created and meant to be as a human, One example I can give is when I worked overnight. Humans aren't meant to work overnight. Did you know that? I know that. Humans definitely are not meant to work overnight. Baby, your body will tell you that at 3 a.m. I don't care how much sleep you get. So before we created lights and this and that and night lights and stuff like that, it was complete darkness at night, right? What could you do at night? It was us that decided, hey, it's not enough to work all day. We want to work in the nighttime too, because our work days are getting cut short. We want to produce more. If we worked overnight, we can get this, and this done, right? And hence comes in the third shift. And I don't know. And that's completely against what we were created to. You're not created to be awake at night. You're not no freaking owl. I ain't no owl. And I wasn't created to work for most of my life, because I ain't no darn work mule either. I was created to create things, to be an artist, to bring attention to certain issues, to help. I think that my purpose was justice, to help the person that is not receiving justice obtain justice, and do it through the means of art, some type of creative way. That's my purpose. My purpose is not to be running to no theme park every other day, working until my bones feel like they're just going to collapse. All right, guys, I'm back to my car, so I'm going to let you guys go. I will see you later. I might vlog tonight. Who knows? But anyways, it's your girl Cadillac. I almost fell down this thing.